real quick before we get into the video, if you just like me and you doing any type of workout, but you don't got any weights, it's better to do high reps with the least amount of weight than to do, like a little bit of reps with no weights at all, right? So if you're doing calisthenics, you could probably do like 50 push-ups in one sitting. That'll be equivalent to doing like a bench press with like 50 pounds for 12. You feel me? It's higher rep. You got to do higher reps in order to feel the actual burn when you're doing certain things like that. So that's why in this video, when you see me doing lateral raises, I'm doing 25 each side, right? So if I'm doing the side, I'm doing 25 here, and 25 for the back. Or you could do time under tension. And that's what you see on the internet, where a lot of people, they go slower with their reps. It's because they're doing time under tension. So let's say you're doing 5 push-ups, but you pausing at each push-up. Like you pause in the middle, and then you'll go down, and then you'll like pause in the middle again, come back up, and then you'll go up. Like that's the time under tension. You want to like doing real slow, so that way when you're doing it, like it's like your muscle ripping, like the whole time you just feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do everything fast, and that's just me. I like to do cardio, and it make me feel more. It made me feel stronger when I do everything faster. You feel me? Like, who just want to go slow? That's just me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always did everything fast. High reps, bro. High reps to get that blood flowing and that pump.
Welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is Delonte Freeman. This is S.M.B Fitness. And in today's video, we got another mindset video. Every decision that we make has to be calculated. Right? Because you don't want to make the wrong step in this life, man. The wrong step can cost you your life. Right? But God is so graceful and merciful. You taking that wrong step, as long as you are humble enough to, hit your knees and ask for forgiveness and ask for a second chance, you can be granted one. As long as your ego isn't high, as long as you drop your pride and, get down to a level of humility, you can have a second chance. So it's not always about, being the perfect and making the perfect move. But for the most part, you want to eliminate majority of your problems by taking calculated steps. For example, when you cooking, right? And I know a lot of people don't use measuring tools and stuff like that, because I don't personally. But you calculate every single ingredient. Yeah, this gotta go there. I gotta add some salt. I gotta add some pepper too. And then I gotta turn the heat on low. And then I gotta cook the rice for about 7 minutes. Right? And then I gotta let it boil. And then once I let it boil, I'm gonna turn it down. And then I'm gonna put the top on top of it. And I'm gonna let it sit and simmer for a second. Once I do that, I gotta stir it around 5 minutes later. You feel me? Everything is calculated, bro. And why? Because you don't want your food to come out burnt. You want your food to come out prepared and tasty. So everything we do in this life have to be the same way. It has to be prepared. It has to be thought out. It has to be calculated, bro. That's even with your workout plans. If you want to sculpt and come out with a great body and a great build, everything has to be calculated. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sit there and think with yourself, like, okay, what is gonna take for me to get there? Is it gonna be push-ups? Is it gonna be pull-ups? Is it gonna be me running and losing calories and eating less, or is it gonna take me fasting a little bit? What can help you get there, bro? It's almost like drawing out a little map. See, the power of writing stuff down is really immaculate, man. Like right now, I'm in front of my notebook and I'm sitting here looking at my year-long plans, right? And it's like almost like a 5-step process to get me to, like, I don't want to say the number goal, but it's going to get me to a amount of money that I would like and desire in my future, right? But it's going to take me doing step by step by step by step by step by step by step. And right now I'm focused on the first step. And once you get over that first step, take the next step, right? But you got to focus on one step at a time, and everything has to be calculated. That's a great thing for you to do. I want you to write down a year-long plan or something that you want for yourself next year, and little small details and little small steps on how you can get to that one big goal, And then from that big goal, it should take you to another big goal, but you should have 3 more small little steps in between that second goal and that first goal in order to get you to that second big goal, if that makes any sense. So it should be 1 goal, 2 goal, but it's a few small little side quests you got to do in order to accomplish this one big goal. And then that one big goal is going to help you get to the second goal. But you got to have a couple little small steps in between that first and that second goal in order to actually get to the second goal. And then, see, that's what life is about, man. Calculations, bro. You got to kind of get weird with this life, man. And when I say weird, I say like nerdy, like, you know. Not necessarily weird because being smart, it ain't nothing to be weirded out about. But it's weird to the naked eye because a lot of people not thinking like this, bro. A lot of people aren't as calculated like this, bro. You can look at a person's life and tell that they are not calculated. They don't wake up at the same time every single day. It's not a calculated life. It's not a structured life, man. And you can look at a person and tell. Little random things are just popping up, and it's just, oh man, damn, I did not expect this, and I didn't account for this. I didn't have no savings in my account for this. This happened, and I wasn't expecting this, and I should have been calculated. I should have been prepared, and I should have did this when I knew I should have. And you feel me? It's just all about your calculations, bro. You got to put 2 and 2 together and realize and have certain things sitting there for certain periods of your life, man. You gotta be prepared for every single way, or every single thing in this life, man. Preparation leads to your success. Calculation and preparation leads to the success, you know. But first you gotta calculate it, right? How I'm gonna do there, how I'm gonna do this. You know, write your plans and goals, man. It's just that simple, man. It's these small details that's gonna get us there over that finish line, you know. And it's not a overnight type of thing, man. This is a long life learned journey, man. You know? And that's the beauty of life and building, you know. It can take time, but it's like it's gonna stretch out over the span of your life. Imagine if you accomplish your goals your first 5 months in living, when you really got about 80 more years on on earth, you know. What would you do for the rest of your 80 years? I mean, yeah, you can try to enjoy it, but like a man who lacks purpose distracts himself with pleasure. You know, and I did that before, and I realized that the reason I was in the streets and the reason I did a lot of my wrongdoing and having sex with a lot of women and dealing with a lot of women and partners and smoking and drinking, and now my body and the reptile dysfunction is not working out, and I ain't had no goals. I ain't had no purpose. I had just dropped out of high school, and I was, you know, feeling like I needed to just do anything, you know. I felt like I was just free from the world. I didn't have a next step in life, you know, and it took me through a depression because you have no purpose in this life. So your purpose will ultimately lead to that happiness, bro. So it's a lifelong thing, bro. It's not overnight, and don't worry about it being overnight. Don't obsess about it being overnight. You know, and I'm not saying like plan out your whole life, because some people do that and they do it wrong. I'm saying plan out the next 5 years and how you want the next 5 years to go. Set a goal that's big enough for you to accomplish, right? But not big enough for it to be like unaccomplishable or unachievable. You know, a dream. Set something realistic but unaccomplishable that you can't accomplish today or tomorrow or next week or next year. Something that's big enough for you to actually accomplish, right? But something not as big as, you know, you get what I'm saying, bro. I'm just saying, man, be reasonable with these goals and these calculations and planning stuff out. But like, actually stick to it and, you know, believe in it. You know, calculate your life and calculate everything else, and not just your life in general, but like everything else. Like, you know, like as far as like the little walks and little steps, like the small details count as well, you know. For example, man, I'll be honest. Like, let's say you going on a trip, right? And you got 4 puppies, right? You got to calculate, okay, I got to have a house sitter for this day, but this house sitter isn't going to be available for this day, but I have to have another one come through by 2 because she says she's leaving at like 1, but I want the sitter to get there, you know, an hour after, because the dogs will be done after the nap. And, you know, little details like that in your life can make your life a lot better if you just put in the extra work, you know, just calculating your life day by day, you know, step by step for real. You always want everything to be calculated, so therefore it's like thinking ahead. It's using your brain muscle, man. And that's what S.M.B. fitness is, man. It's spirit, mind, and body, man. That's what the work is. You know, it's just exercise. It's fitness overall. So if I'm going to work out physically, I got to work that brain muscle. And I actually got to calculate my steps in order for me to have a perfect walk. And, you know, to actually, you know, allow things to be good, you know. Because if sometimes you miscalculating things, or sometimes you not being as calculate, can mess another person's lives up because of their inconvenience or the inconvenience of something happening. You know, you didn't plan for something, so therefore, you know, it ended up messing with another person's time and money and life and whatever, you know. So everything has to be calculated, really, in order for you to, you know, really get to where you need to be, and just make the world a better place, for real, for real. So that way you're not wasting other times and yourself, you know. That way you can limit stress as possible, you know, and just get serious about it. But with that being said, man, Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life. I hope this video helped, man. Calculate your life. Be very strategic in your walk. Calculate your steps. But nevertheless, man, allow God to guide your steps, because He will guide you in the right direction. And the best way to do that is learn the morals and characteristics of God. With that being said, man, that's the end of this video. I thank you all for watching once again. Like this video. Comment on this video. Share your thoughts down below. Subscribe to the channel, man. We're going up every single day. We almost at 1,000 subs. By the time you watching this, we'll probably be at like 800 and some change. I've been grinding, bro. I've been working, bro. I'm recording so many videos in advance. I don't even know what the subscriber count is going to be at the time of this recording. But I do know we climbing the ladder, man. So, gotta give me a thumbs up or a clap or a pat on the back for that. If you're new here, like I said, subscribe. We're doing a big thing on our channel where I give away the first YouTube check as soon as we get monetized. So, we are not monetized yet. We need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in order to get monetized. We are like 700 out now at the current, you know, time of this recording. Probably 800 by the time you watching it. So we need about 200 subscribers. That's one of the quotators, or whatever, however you say it. That's one of the things that we need. And the next thing that we need is just the 4,000 watch hours. So I need y'all to binge watch me. Go back and watch one of these videos. Click one of these videos on the screen. Help a brother out. Watch all the way through. And yeah, I'm out, man. Peace.